everybody, my name is Fortifier and welcome to episode 17 of the Contemporary Corner. Today we're talking about Dragon Age Origins. This is a PS3 game, it's an RPG, so obviously we're going to be following the golden rule when it comes to this channel, and that is we will not be spoiling any of the plot points of this game. When it comes to talking about plot, we'll give you a really bare minimum, bone dry description of what it is in an effort to prevent spoiling anything for you for the game. So if you're going to watch this video, know that we're not going to ruin anything for you. We're just going to be talking about it. That's pretty much what this is all about. So this is a PS3 game, and PS3 games have a notoriously difficult trick that I have to do essentially to capture any footage for it. It's HDCP, I think that's what it is, digital content protection, HDMI stuff. So I have to use a splitter. I have to like split the signal, strip it just to capture anything, and for a long time that was very difficult, and that prevented us from recording this video. We're also playing on an expansion, that's right. So this is Dragon Age Origins. It's not just your run-of-the-mill vanilla Dragon Age, and they're the same games, but on this particular case, you get all 7 of the DLC, which was a big deal to me whenever I was growing up and I wanted to buy something that I knew was going to have more side stories and expansions that came along with it. At this time, I don't even think I was playing World of Warcraft, so yeah, really interesting. BioWare as a company is one of my favorites, and ultimately they ushered me into doing like all of the different RPGs that they had. So Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect. If it wasn't for Dragon Age, I wouldn't have experienced that. And ultimately, when I think about it, this game was a big part of 2 major aspects of my life. The first is, this is the first game I bought when I worked at EA Sports. So when I worked at EA Sports, they had this thing where you could buy EA games, so this brand, Challenge Everything if you will, for $20, and EA Sports you could buy for $10. And that was like the coolest employee benefit, you know, EA games for 20, EA Sports for 10. And I would test a bunch of stuff like Alice Madness Returns, EA MMA, EA MMA, Monopoly, Need for Speed World, NHL, I think at the time was 11 and Madden 12, or the other way around. I ended up joining the Air Force in 2011, so it would have been the project before the year that I joined. So it probably was Madden 11 and NHL 10, more than likely. Really cool time working there. If I could go back and do it knowing what I know now, I probably would, especially streaming on Twitch and making videos like this. I think it'd have been cool to break into the video game industry. But different times, hindsight's 2020. And this was a major part of that. The second major reason, if you've heard me once, you've heard me say it 100 times.
I never really played mini RPGs growing up at all.
I never really played them growing up.
I hate RPGs.
Growing up, I did not play RPGs. I never played RPGs. I was not a big fan of RPGs. So when I bought this, I was very intrigued. This was the first major RPG that I ever bought, knowing full well that it was an RPG. The one I technically played, I guess, was Kingdom Hearts, but I didn't approach that as an RPG. I approached it as an adventure hack and slash game, kind of like Devil May Cry. And because of that, I suffered dearly. Had a lot of playing catch up to do when it came to Kingdom Hearts. But anyway, BioWare, fantastic company. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this case. It's very minimal because, again, this is an expansion disc. It's not really the run-of-the-mill normal stuff. I mean, it still appeals to you, I guess, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright, PS3, Ultimate Edition Dragon Age Origins, pretty simple. So, again, looking at this, this is more of a promotional appeal. Let's see, it's got add-on content and trophies, no shit. Perhaps the best electronic game yet. That's highly debatable. Very highly debatable. No, fuck you. As the last of the legendary Grey Wardens, you must restore balance to a kingdom shattered by treachery. Unite the lands and slay the Archdemon, then rebuild the Grey Warden Order to overcome a far more insidious threat in a complete first installment of the Dragon Age saga. And it's a great game, but it's not the greatest electronic game ever made. The Ultimate Edition includes Dragon Age Origins Awakening, The Stone Prisoner, Warden's Keep, Return to Ostagar, The Darkspawn Chronicles, Leliana's Song, The Golems of Amgarak, Witch Hunt, and more. So one thing that's really important to acknowledge is that some of those that I mentioned, the Stone Golem, the Prisoner of Ognarok, or whatever, they're incorporated inside the main game for Origins. So when you're playing, you'll have these like bonus missions that'll pop up, and they are directly tied to the expansion. However, Dragon Age Origins Awakening is like a second story. So make sure if you're playing this that you do play the vanilla one, install all of them, and just, you know, if you're gonna spend 10 to 20 hours playing this game, maybe even 30. Just go through and play all the missions. It's really, really fun. Let's head back to this though. One player, 7.1 gigabytes. You remember when that was a normal standard? You know, just like 6-7 gigabytes for a game, and now it's like fucking, what, 150? Call of Duty Cold War? Fuck's the matter with you? HD output 480p or 720, DualShock 3, got some broadband. Nudity. Yeah, if you mean by nudity, you mean like stupid bras and stuff. Wait, Edge of Reality, I know that name. I know that name a lot. What game did I played a fucking game that sucked massive pee-pee by Edge of Reality. Okay, so apparently I got it mixed up a little bit. I was thinking it was like Turok, but the guy who created Edge of Reality was the lead programmer of Turok. So fuck you for making Turok, because that game sucks. But high five for making Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. That's a fine game. I'm sorry I spoke ill of you, but fuck you for Turok. So obviously the disc is already inside of the PS3, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Already promoting Dragon Age 2. That's cool. That's cool. So we got Dragon Age 2 stuff. That's dope. A little bit of promotion for that. We got Mass Effect 2 armor. I forgot Mass Effect came out like right around this time. That's interesting, and I love Mass Effect 2. A lot of people don't. I feel like Mass Effect 2 is the far more superior game in the trilogy. And that's true for a lot of things. And then we got Ultimate Edition, so this is the manual. Ironically, this late in PS3's lifespan, they were still giving us manuals, which is unique, because as we progress through that generation of gaming, they yank away manuals to save paper and save trees and put it on the websites. I don't know, it's not the same. One of the really cool things about retro gaming for me is going back and reading the manuals, especially the ones that really gave a damn, like Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, or even Final Fantasy, which if you go back to the NES is like a massive ass guidebook. It was like a Prima strategy guide before they even came to fruition. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit of plot. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit of plot. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult because whereas other RPGs are linear when they start and they finish, Dragon Age starts with you able to choose from 6 to 7 selectable different like classes, each with their own initial storyline that kind of eventually molds into the overall story of Dragon Age. So the way that we're going to handle it, I'll just describe how I did it. I chose a human, I was a royal person, and then after going through that little tutorial section, it kind of became totally irrelevant, I guess the best way to say it. I don't know if at what point you become a Grey Warden for the other stories, and maybe we'll check that out. We'll do a different race than what we used to do when like the first time I played it. And so you've got your initial part, you've got the overall story, and then you've got your ending and then all the DLC. And I'm assuming you can go back to those old parts and talk to your friends and stuff, and you know, life goes on, whatever. Anyway, so essentially the story goes, you're fighting as a Grey Warden against the Blight being this wave of demonic atrocities that come, demonic entities, if you will, that are led by the Archdemon, who comes and pretty much fucks up society as you know it. So it's your job to go wipe out all of these evil malfeasance. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do it. But here's the kicker. You wanna know how you become a Grey Warden? You've gotta drink the blood of these Blight demons, right? So you gotta drink their nasty ass fucking shit blood, and if you don't die, congratulations, you're a Grey Warden. You wanna guess the name of the ability that you get by drinking this water? I'm probably gonna giggle like a child because it's fucking hilarious to me. Here we go. You ready? Come here. Just come on. The Taint. You get the Taint. Basically, the Taint is this ability to like, sorry, I'm itching a lot. This is the most facial hair I've been able to grow as an adult male since I joined the military. And it's very strange. You get the Taint. And it's like this hive mind thing where you can see the Archdemon's visions and know what he's doing, where he's moving, pretty much psychic visions of what's going on. So that's pretty much it. The whole purpose of this is to prevent the 5th Blight from occurring or terminating the 5th Blight. I don't really know. I'm sure it'll capture that in the intro sequence. Let's go ahead and hop into it and see. It's been a minute since I've played it, so I'll be interested to see what my opinion is after all of these years. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, here we go. So this is the splash screen. It's not 410. This is still in Florida time here, but I wanted to point out just how you would get access to all the DLC. If you go here, there's a little thing that says downloadable content, and you can just see exactly how much shit you get in this game. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. And I know they keep talking this game up, but just really have a good time with it. You can also see I got some other fantastic titles here. Zen Pinball is a fantastic pinball game. Unfinished Swan is a very dope game. This is one of my favorite games, Tokyo Jungle. That's a really cool game. I'm going to reset stuff and actually do that. Then we got Demon Souls here, Zen Pinball, Silent Hill. All this shit. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and boot up the game. Go here, Dragon Age Origins. Let's see what it looks like. This is a really pretty splash screen. I think the person in the front is us. I think, maybe. The person in the back, I believe her name is Morgan. It's been a really long time since I played this game, so I really don't know. I don't remember what half these people's names are. I know Leilana, or Leilana is the hot chick who's like a handmaid. Oh fuck! EA. Murdering company since the 1980s. Oh, it's BioWare. Okay. Sorry. I didn't know who it was. Edge of Reality. Again, these guys made Tony Hawk Pro Skater. They made it a very successful franchise. And Dragon Age Origins. They really like that fucking dragon. You know, I don't remember a single dragon in the game. Now that I remember it. I think about it. Anyway, Dragon Age Origins. Start button, BioWare, 2009, Electronic Arts Incorporated, all rights reserved. Let's go ahead and get into it. Checking our save data. I probably have save data from when I played this a few years ago. I remember sitting down at, it was probably 2016 and playing this, and then not having a good time. But that was solely because I was playing it wrong. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this game. You need to maintain relationships, and I didn't do that. So what happened was one of my characters betrayed me. And I'm sure you'll run into that yourself if you're not careful. And it's not very self-explanatory. Like, sometimes you'll get gifts and you don't know who it belongs to. And wow, this fucking screen takes forever. Jesus Christ. To be fair, my PS3 is very finicky. I've had issues with it in the past. I had to reformat it a few times. I don't know exactly what's going on with it. So that could be an issue with it checking the hard drive. That very well could be a hard drive issue. I do own a second one. I have a backup PS3 just in case. Always gotta have a backup to your backup. Can I play the game now? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's been like 4 minutes since we started recording. This is ridiculous. Thank you, game. Appreciate it. So if you go new game, you can do that, obviously. Let's go to options, see what we got. Tons of different options. A lot of shit. A lot of buttons, too. A lot of buttons. See what's under the extras real quick. Credits and the trailer. I'm sure some of you remember seeing the trailer. Anyway, we're gonna go new game. And right here, right off the bat, you got all of these awesome little additional stories, which are so cool. I actually made it to Dragon Age Awakening and I started it and I lost interest in it. I don't remember why I stopped playing. I think it's actually because I enlisted in the Air Force. And obviously you don't bring a PS3 to boot camp. So we're gonna go ahead and start with just run-of-the-mill Dragon Age Origins. I would strongly encourage you, if you do play this in your own time, go and do all these. They're worth it. I know that if I play Dragon Age, I'm going to be going through every single one of them until I get tired of the game. Here we go, Dragon Age Origins. Let's start a new one. The background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. So I guess that's a way of putting it is some of these characters are racist as fuck. Characters are racist as fuck. And just gotta deal with it, I guess. Just gotta deal with it sometimes. I think that probably the ones that would probably get the most slack in this game are the elves, or like the dark elves. I don't know. Don't know. Dual weapon training. The character has become more proficient fighting with 2 weapons. Okay, I didn't want to read that anyway. That's cool. And so is the Golden City blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Thronides. 813.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation.
Jesus fucking Christ, this would scare the shit out of me as a kid.
The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem.
I don't remember if they're like technically any stronger than the other ones, or if they're just better warriors and a bunch of morons in a bottleneck tunnel with fucking, you know, clubs. This is such an epic title. God damn. Whoa!
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return.
What the fuck?
But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long.
Pretty cool way of setting us up. That's a very good intro to the story right there too. Very good intro to the story. All right, here we go. We can create our character. We can be male or female. Be a female elf, human, or dwarf. I could have swore that there were more characters than just 3. Really? I didn't realize that. Let's see. We'll be a dwarf. Clearly dwarfs are not in tune with magic, so we're going to be a dwarf warrior. And see, we could choose a different background. So this is where the background comes into play. We can either be a commoner, or we can be a noble. Why the fuck you'd want to be a poor commoner is beyond me. Let's see. We gotta pick a good name for this guy. Yeah, that works. Old Frumpty Dumpty. Okay, now the Frumpty's got to look a very, very unique way. No. Go get the fuck back there. He's got to look a very unique way. Let me make. I'm gonna make the definitive dwarven warrior that that would strike fear into the enemies. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. We got Frumpty. Frumpty Adukin. I don't know. Aducan? I don't fucking know. This is Frumpty Dumpty, and he is a very serious warrior. You can tell by his WWF portrait down in the bottom right. This WWE portrait. He wants you to make sure that you pay attention to his big ass fucking nose. All right, here we go. We want him to be incredibly smart because, yeah, that's important. Okay, strength. Let's see. And you got tons of skills here. A lot of skills you can use. You got coercion, which is a passive skill that lets you talk to people, intimidate them. That's a personal favorite of mine. Let's go back real quick because I do want to show you all the others. Stealing, if you're a rogue, obviously you want to steal. Trap making, really good. Traps, you can make traps for Darkspawn or whatever, and they'll step in and they'll be like, "Argh!" And then you'll be like, yeah, got you, bitch. Survival, that's just where you can like pick up on people that are around you. Herbalism, potions, poison making to make poisons. Combat training passive, this is something that you're going to get as a passive skill for a warrior anyway. Combat tactics, they can formulate strategies quickly in battle. I've never had any purpose to use that, so for the most part I usually stick with coercion, because being able to tell people to go fuck themselves is very important in these games. Very, very important. We got warrior passives, dual weapons, archery, a bunch of things. The only thing we can get right now, it looks like, is some of these others. So we're going to go for warrior, powerful. We want to make sure he does not get fatigued. He's a warrior. He's going to wear heavy armor. So to make sure that that's fine. Also precision striking. We're going to be playing casual. If you don't play casual, your team can actually take friendly fire from magic, which is very frustrating and unfortunate, especially for AoE attacks. Imagine if World of Warcraft made you do friendly damage to everybody for basic fireballs. It'd be very, very frustrating. So play casual if you want to have just a good casual experience. Play serious if you ain't no bitch. I don't know how that works.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of two known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endren of House Aeducan, the 9th Aeducan ruler elected by the Noble Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue and have struggled against...
Where's Frumpty at, though?
...for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates...
That's not Frumpty. There's no way that's Frumpty. There he is. Old Frumpty. Frumpty Dumpty the warrior. Alright, so we're probably going to start off with some killer-ass dialogue.
Dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword.
Hell yeah.
Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
Yes.
Of course, if every other noble has a shield and 3 swords, you'll feel awfully underdressed. One can't take all this marching about and speech-making.
I was always a big fan of BioWare's approach to dialogue and relationships. It's really a cool thing. And, you know, obviously, scratching all the sex scenes and, like, inappropriate stuff. Just a dynamic speech pattern in a game is very appealing to me. It's very, very appealing to me. What shall we do in the meantime?
As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Perhaps we should go show them what single combat is really all about. And by we, I mean you. I'll practice.
Nice codpiece, bro. Why don't you want to fight in the provings, Gorum?
You remember last year's open proving? It took your father's smith 6 hours to remove my helmet. I'm not meant for single combat.
You got some fancy hair, I love it. You gotta go for my color, fire truck red. Let's go have a look.
Right behind you, my lord. The day is ours until the feast.
Alright, cool. So this is what you see most of the time. And again, it's just, it's so fucking cool. You also get entries on your codex. It tells you a lot about the lore, because sometimes the game won't explain it. Let's see. Let's check our vanity here. Press X, take all. We got 5 florins, or whatever coppers there are. Just crystals. Cool. Alright, what we got in the chest? Lesser health poultice. You're gonna use a lot of poultices. That's your potions. You got a small grease trap, a dagger, a mace, and an iron. Let's go ahead and take all of it. In terms of inventory management, I think what you got to do is press select, and then you can use R2 to go around and you can change all your shit. So I don't recall if it tells you. Yeah, you can. So you can compare it. I always compare. Far better than just, you know, winging it. I don't plan on using a bow right now. Let's see. Can we change our stuff? Sweet. So once I level up my heavy armor, I can wear that blood dragon plate. That is part of the DLC stuff. So right now we're just wearing noble armored gloves and a noble armored set, which is fine. That's a fucking comfy ass bed. A bust. Old Papa. Bust a Papa. So as you can see, if you look at the bottom right, I got 3 abilities right now. I got a passive, which activated the passive. Or I guess more of an active. Hopefully we'll get into a little bit of combat here so you can go and see this. Let's go into my room. Transitions are pretty seamless in this game, which is pretty dope. If I press X, I can run around with my sword and my shield, which is kind of aggressive for no reason, but I am frumpty. One thing that I don't like, and if you pay attention, you can see that my back armor, which should be plate armor, is kind of warping left and right. I never enjoyed that. I feel like that's easy. Let's break in the fucking room. No, let me in! That's not very nice. Traditionally, if you play this game as a human, it takes a little bit to get to Orzammar, or Zamar, whatever it is. It's much later in the storyline. The map's pretty good too. Everything's good about this game.
At your service.
Father's room. Father, are you here?
No sign of trouble here.
Also, if you press R2, you have a second set of stuff. That's usually where I set my health poultices, like kind of like a hotkey, which is dope. Also, if you press L2, you get your spin wheel to do whatever quick stuff. You don't have to press select. L1 will change your characters, as will R1. So you just change it in and out.
You sure you want to go to the feast now? I doubt we can escape to see the provings once we're inside.
That man just walked through you. All right, let's go to the
Can't wait
provings.
to see who's fighting today.
Me, bitch. Let's go. Where's the provings at? We got merchants. It's the provings. That's the diamond quarter. Where's the map? I need a map. I would love a map. Advanced? What's advanced? Oh yeah, you can give like kind of instructions to your guys. All right, sweet. So if you see a exclamation point, that means you could talk to somebody. We don't want to. Just kind of want to go to the proving. So that's going to be in the diamond quarter. And this is a major transition right here. So you'll get these screens. They don't last too long, if I remember right. Spicy. Let's go.
Your father has allowed the merchants.
Oh, this guy's yellow. That means he has something to say.
Proud to serve the Idukans.
I'm glad you are. Is there a way to zoom in? I don't think there's a way to go first person. Ah, man. Okay. Scholar Gertek. Let's go in here. Hey, go in here? No, it's a fake door.
50 silvers for such a small bolt of cloth.
But my lord, these are surface.
You're a lesser noble. You're a sedimentary position. You got any good to sell?
A good set of steel cutlery.
You've only sell knives, man. I can't eat a steak with just a knife. That's silly. You silly bitch.
Our trust follow, big brother. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our king father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
This bitch.
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my sibling's second, I will ask for
Ooh.
it.
Yes, your highness.
Ooh, that's the face of... Yeah, don't speak to him like
I
that.
speak to lower houses and castes as they should be spoken to. Now do as I say. Your lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious.
Oh my god, man.
Can't imagine why you were
Dude, I really want to fuck this guy's day up.
I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your incompetent command.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, Trian?
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need
Oh,
it.
is this my
Now
big brother
then,
or
you
something?
Get to the feast.
Kiss my ass.
I'd advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
God damn. Kiss my ass. Kiss my little dwarf ass. He's got to be alive to be king. Ooh.
Perhaps this isn't the best place for that sort of talk, shall we?
I'm gonna politically assassinate him. We're on our way to have some fun. I want to have some fun. I want to go to the provings. Is this the provings?
My lord, are you heading to the proving arena?
God damn, bro. Lay off the fucking cheeseburgers. Yes. Aw, that's a dick thing to say. I can't get on to him, but yeah, I was considering it.
We have been charged with the task of escorting you to the proving grounds.
It's either you escort me to the proving grounds or you take me to McDonald's, one of the two. God damn.
The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded.
Will we be leaving then?
Yes.
We are at your command.
Lay off the fucking cheeseburgers, bro. That guy needs to get into some Taibo. Maybe he'll be a strong, sculpted black man at the end of it. Yo, this is murder. This isn't, what? The proving grounds, people die in the proving grounds? I thought this is just a friendly competition. What the fuck? This is murder. Let's have some fun. Who are you? Proving master. Let me prove myself, mister.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
No, I've come to fight.
Your Highness, this proving is in your honor.
Well, I'm gonna prove it by murdering
Honor him
people.
by doing as he says. My lord Iduken will fight in this proving.
All will see my glory. I'm gonna get my shit kicked in.
within your
It's gonna be hilarious.
Men and women of Orzammar, we have a late entry to these provings, held on the eve of battle for the honor of House Iduken. I give you the Lord Iduken himself. Are you ready for
I
your
imagine I
first
sound like a fucking ready, eager, hungry.
match? Then let us begin.
I'm gonna get murdered, man.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken.
You know, it's funny because only the commoners have tattoos on their face. That means that they're tied to a caste. So what's going on with me is essentially, I've labeled myself as I'm gonna fucking kill you, man. The honor is mine.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
All right, so this gives us a little bit of idea of the combat.
Now's better than later.
Oh god, dude, I'm so sorry. Oh man, you don't need to be carrying a hammer. Ah, fuck.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Dude, did you even touch me once?
The winner is Lord Iduken.
Hell yeah. Look at them little tall boy standing on that little stool. Well, that was significantly easier than I thought. Give me another one. I wish to cull the population a little
No
bit.
slouch with that hammer. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Who's my next opponent?
Paul Helmy, a woman, Your Highness. She's a tenacious fighter.
I'll fight anyone.
Excellent. Let
Let's
us
fucking go. Put a giraffe out there.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken.
We're doing this for the glory of my big ass nose. That's what we're doing.
Lord Iduken will fight Adal Helmy, eldest daughter of Lady Helmy.
Honor and glory.
Aw man,
to
she's
your
cute as
house.
fuck. I'm gonna slaughter you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
All right, all right. Get
fuck out of here.
Alright, now's better than later. Alright. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I'm so sorry. We could have been lovers.
The winner is Lord Iduken.
Could have been lovers. We could have been friends. We had to end it all. More! Give me more.
That was a crowd pleaser. Many were waiting to see that woman put in her
She seemed like a kind of sweet
Blackstone
person.
is your next opponent. Are you ready to face him?
What can you tell me about him?
One of the best of the warrior cast.
I don't give a shit. If he's a good warrior, I just want to murder him. I'm ready to fight. Let's go.
And let us begin.
This is a glory honor under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House a Douchebag.
Of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken.
There we go. Dude, my nose can smell shit for 20 miles.
Lord Iduken will fight Sir Blackstone, Deep Road squad leader of the warrior cast.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you bleed.
Old men don't frighten me.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
What happens if I die? Am I vanquished? Bro, vanquish me, daddy.
I'll get on it. Alright. Now's better than later. Can I get you a
I don't know what's more funny, the fact that like literally none of the enemies are harming me right now. I feel like this is very one-sided. And it always will be, because I don't think that they're doing any damage to me. I think I could probably stand there and just whatever. Who's next? I wonder how modded this game is. Just slap around fucking Barbara Streisand or something. May you be a stone. See, I respect people. I respect people. Even though I didn't respect that lady though. I told her I'd murder her.
Alright.
Oh, he actually hurt me. He did 6 whole points of damage to me. Oh, he stunned me! I'm stunned! He's dead. Clever girl. Oh my god, is my nose gonna fit in the helmet? Or is it gonna like poke through? Where's the helmet? Yo, give me that shit right now. No, absolutely not. Give me that shit. Inventory. The proving helm. Oh no! It don't look so good. Now no one will ever know my... Wait, can I see my beady little eyes? Hold on. I see something popping through. You can see me. I'm just like, hey. Alright.
My lord.
Early 2000s Jonah Hill. Go ahead and bring me to my dad. Let's go talk to Papa. I really like the environments. Like, if you just take a look at the surroundings here, it's really awesome. Look at that. That's called depth. That's called giving a damn. Which a lot of times, more often than not, they didn't give a damn. Sometimes you have these like weird pre-rendered things. I don't know. It is what it is. Anyway, let's go see Daddy-O. See what Daddy's got to say. He's probably be like, I threw this feast in honor of you, and you went to fight a woman? I'd be like, I fucking slaughtered her too. Fucking murked her, man. Murked her. Alright, let's go into the royal feast real quick. Into the throne room. Who's this clown?
Restored, you'll end up footing the bill for Lord Dace's disaster.
I mean, I'm not gonna foot shit.
If I were 20 years younger, I'd bed you just to get some of that quick wit in my house.
Wait, what?
Your house and mine would be forced to pay the servicer's kin debts. It would
Did
be
she
a
just
great
hit on me?
victory for Lord
Did
Dace.
that woman with them big old titties right there say that if she was 20 years younger that she would fuck my fat nose? Frumpty killed 4 people. My most powerful son, Hallerbermont. The final guy wasn't even the hardest one. I've got a 100% hit rate I've never missed for the 4 people I've killed in my life. Your son is dead and your mom's a hoe. I don't know much about dwarfen shit, okay? I know a lot about human politics. This pretty much would have been a slap, you know, like a dick measuring contest. But I guess dwarven politics, they straight up just murder each other. It's like, you doubt me? Alright, I challenge you to a duel. And not the Yu-Gi-Oh kind, the one that actually fucking murders people. Yo, it's a Grey Warden. What is good, my guy? I would love to. Where did I get my nose from? Also, why am I kind of black?
Grant me a moment of your...
God damn. Anyway, this is the level up screen if you want to see what it looks like. Basically, you can change the stuff. Frumpty got betrayed. Frumpty got betrayed. Anyway, we've been playing this for an hour and 3, which means it's going to be an absolute nightmare to edit. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off, and we're gonna go ahead and rate the game. It's a very good experience, and from what you can see, it's a very well developed RPG. As we go on, we're gonna meet more people, and we're gonna get more powers and all this other fantastic stuff that we have to do. It's just a really good time. So if you have the time to play this game, please do. All right, so that was really just a glimpse into this really, really amazing game. This is a game that you can spend tons of time on. And it's one that I strongly encourage you to. Dragon Age, the original game, is a really, really tight, well-made game. And, you know, I know a lot of people probably don't feel the same way about Dragon Age 2 or Inquisition or any of the newer versions. But if you go back and you play this original one, it's a solid game. It has that same aura of Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic and other BioWare RPGs. It's just a really good time. So let's go ahead and rate it. Cart, I'm gonna go ahead and give this an A. This is a very promotionally based card. It's not your vanilla entry, so you're not gonna see the big side of things like you would for if you were playing the original one, right? So the whole purpose of this is to draw you in and tell you just how much of a bang you're getting for your buck. And no, I'm not sponsored by, you know, EA, but at the time, this was a big deal because you could easily buy all this shit on the PlayStation Network, but to have all of it already on the disc and just download it is pretty dope. I've always been a big fan of Essentials collections and HD collections and really any compilation of video games. Most recently, my favorite one's been Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection. That is a massive fuck ton of games on one disc. So whenever you see stuff like this, big plus. I'm gonna go ahead and give this an A. Artwork. So the artwork in this game is simply phenomenal. For the PS3, it looks really good. To me, when you're playing games like Skyrim or, well, in this case, probably Morrowind or Oblivion, whatever came before Skyrim, that's really what you were comparing it to. And from a artistic standpoint, I think that it stands out really well. You know, the characters don't seem too rigid. Sometimes they kind of just like stand there like, hey, welcome to Chili's. But most of the time, they're very involved, and their dialogue plays into that. So environment's very well made. It's just a really solid, great game. So most of these ratings are going to be pretty high. I'm going to go ahead and give artwork an A. Definitely give it an A. Gameplay. The gameplay can get kind of funky, especially if you're not used to rapidly selecting other people to do certain things. Most of the time, whenever I played this, I'd set it to auto and just let the people, you know, pretty much stand their own. But from AI terms in this game, it's much better than what you would see in, say, SOCOM US Navy SEALs. Your teammates don't leave you to just die. They'll actually help you. It's somewhere a little bit higher than Donald from Kingdom Hearts whenever you're about to die. You know, in my opinion, it's just, it's well made. The gameplay, once you can get past, you know, swapping around and having to essentially jump to different characters to do certain moves if you need them to, it's a really good experience. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a B though, because for somebody who's coming in who's never played an RPG before, that can be somewhat at a disadvantage for them. It can be a little bit harder for them, so we're gonna give that a B. Music. This game was composed by Iman Zur. For those of you who don't know, he did tons of Hollywood film scripts, like the music, not the scripts, the composition, so the scores, my bad. He did tons of scores for tons of Hollywood movies, and you can hear kind of the epicness of even just the ambient songs in this game, so music's gonna get an A. Fun, overall fun, definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a B. I know that's kind of shitty to do, especially since we talked so high about it, but it does have its downfalls. There's a lot of bugs in this game. This is an EA title, so you can almost count on there being bugs. I think I remember growing up playing this and somebody was fucking stuck to the ceiling. So if I wanted to talk to him, I had to look up and then like stand just underneath them to talk to this handmaiden who was stuck in the ceiling and floating about 40 feet in the air. This was like a cathedral or something, so she was like really high up there, you know what I'm saying? And I was wondering where the hell this person I could talk to was. But we're gonna go ahead and give it a B. Great game. Great entry-level RPG. If you have a PS3, please go out of your way to play this title and start the whole family tree that is Dragon Age, because it's a really great series. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna give it an overall score of an A. Really solid title. Please play this game. Please play this game. As a guy who's gone through a lot of retro RPGs, this is this is a really good starting point. I can't stress that enough. Kind of like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI for the Super Nintendo. This is just one of the greatest games ever made, and set the framework for a lot of stuff, and introduce a lot of people to BioWare if they hadn't played Mass Effect, which Mass Effect is one of my favorite RPG series, fucking hands down ever. I'm a huge fan of outer space stuff. So that's it for me. If you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. It would do me tons of help. Also, down in the description below, I have my Twitch link if you want to go watch me play retro games on Twitch. I have 44 different consoles, so you're bound to see something that you like, or something that you wish you could see on Twitch, or maybe even something that you're playing now. There's a good chance you'll see it on my channel. As always, guys, down in the comment section below, feel free to tell us what games you want to see. I have a massive amount of games, and if I don't own it, I will get it for the purposes of recording and reviewing it. So, from my family to your family, good energy, good vibes, Fortifire out, keep the flames of hope burning and the flames of retro burning even stronger. See you next time.